Oh, what it is. Let's go, baby. Playoffs are here. Playoffs are back. It is the best time of the year. Let's freaking go. Who else is pumped? If you're pumped for this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, you know what to do. Drop a comment down below. Leave a like. Yeah, guys, thanks for clicking on this video. You guys have been absolutely crushing it. The sport's been amazing, and it really goes a long way. So, guys, feel free to stay with the, subscribe to the fastest growing hockey channel in all of YouTube. That would be awesome if you could do that. We're absolutely crushing it. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my predictions on who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I'm going to do the East first, then we're going to do the West. 80% of you guys, 90% of you guys are still freaking not subscribed to the channel. So what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. It's free, okay? We're going to start out with the Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay. So, as you know, the Florida Panthers, they were, for a large part of the season, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the entire NHL. A lot of teams, a lot of players were saying that, yes, this was the team that is most terrifying. And they were absolutely crushing it. I know when the Oilers played them this year, they dummied them. They played them twice, and the Florida Panthers beat them twice. So, but they're playing, this is probably going to be one of my favorite series to watch. It's going to be crazy to see. But in my opinion, honestly, like, I like Florida Panthers lineup. I really do. I just don't think that they can replicate what they did last year. Sometimes you'll see it, like, it's like, oh, the teams will go on this like magnificent run, and then the following year they won't come close to that. So that's kind of what I'm expecting from the Florida Panthers. And in the latter half of the season, they were one of the best teams in the entire NHL. But I for the last month, and I know for like 2 weeks, they were really slipping. So for that reason, guys, am I out to lunch for saying this? I think this is going to be Tampa Bay's last hurrah. It's going to be an amazing series. I have them going. Oh, my cheat sheet. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. This is going to be a 7-game series, though. It's going to be an absolute war. I just think Tampa, they've been doing it a little bit longer. I think this is going to be their last hurrah. I like, Kucherov, obviously the 100 assist season, not points, 100 assists. He could be the MVP. You got Victor Hedman, you got Steven Stamkos, you got Braden Point, you got players that have been there before. I love Anthony Duclair, what he's brought to that team. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Lightning in 7 for the first series. Okay, next up, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. This is crazy. This is crazy. It was over almost 20 years since the Toronto Maple Leafs last won their series. Obviously, they did it last year, where they went to the second round and got knocked out by the Florida Panthers. What can this year's Toronto Maple Leafs team do? Can they go a little further than last year? I don't think they can. I really don't. I think they're expecting it. Okay, you know what? We got past the first round last year. I think they're going to expect it's going to come easy. Maybe that's not the right words, but I think they're just going to expect, they're looking to the second round already. They know they can win a round at least now, but I just think I don't. And of course, it's Boston. If it's any other team, I think it's Boston. Boston has Toronto's number. It showed in years prior, and I think that's going to be the same. Even though they're out like a lot of players from last year, the Taylor Halls, the Folignos, the Patrice Bergeron, they've still been able to put together a really, really good season. When you've got Charlie McAvoy, he's one of the best defensive, defensemen in the league. His numbers are great. He shows up in the playoffs. So does David Pastrnak. And I really think the Bruins are going to be pissed from getting their, asses handed to them in last year's playoffs. I think they're going to be a little bit more mad than the Toronto Maple Leafs. So for that reason, I'm actually going to, and you know what? I want to say, I could see Florida beating the Tampa Bay Lightning. I really could. It's close with the Eastern team. I had a really hard time picking the East. The West not so much, but the East I really struggled with. So this I could see Toronto winning. I just got a hunch that they got Tyler Bertuzzi, they got Max Domi now. Ryan Reeves. Those could be. They probably will be impact players. But something about it. I'm not buying it. So I'm going with the Boston Bruins. I don't have it written down here. What should I say? Boston Bruins in, would it be crazy? I'm going to go 6. Bruins in 6. I really think it. Let's go Bruins in 6 for that one. Okay. Drop a comment down below if you think I'm crazy. Next up, we've got the New York Rangers and Washington Capitals. Not going to talk too much on this. I don't even think the Washington Capitals are a playoff team, in my opinion. -30, -37 goal differential. You got Ovi, barely though. Dylan Strome had a career year. But I mean, they really have no business being in. And if they win a game, I'll be surprised. So I'm going Rangers in 5. I'm not going to talk about that one. That, you know, the Rangers just won the President's Trophy. They're a way better team. If the Rangers lose this one, that would be a choke. That would be a huge choke. But they got, like, look at the lines, like 1 through 4. You take the Rangers every day of the week. If you're picking the Caps, you're either a homer or you're seeing something no one else is, because yeah, there's no way the Caps are winning this one. I'm sorry, it sucks, but nah, that's the way she goes. I'm going Rangers in 5 in that one. Okay, and I just want to say, I made these, like, I know the Carolina Hurricanes and Islanders are actually playing right now, which is a good point. What's the score in that one? I'm going Carolina. Let's see what the score is in this one. It's tied 1-1 going into the third. Okay. Yeah, I'm still going Carolina in this one. Like I said, kind of the same reasons for the previous one. The Islanders barely snuck their way in. Jake Gensel, he's provided a lot. Freddie Anderson's having a really good year. I like Carolina. They can whip that puck around. They're a very creative team. They gel well, and they kind of missed that last piece. That there was like that one piece missing in years prior. They got that piece, I think, in Jake Gensel this year. So I think the Carolina Hurricanes, they should have this one fairly easy. Yeah, it's either Carolina in 5 or 6 in this one for me. I'm gonna go 6. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it won't come that easy, but I'm going Carolina in 6 for this one. Okay, for the round 2, we've got the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Boston Bruins. This is interesting. I like both teams. I really do. You've got a lot of high-end talent in this one, but like I said, and I said it kind of at the beginning of this video, I think this is Tampa Bay's last hurrah. So I'm going to give it to Tampa Bay here. I just like them a little bit more. I think they have a little bit more firepower, and they've been there before. They know what they're doing. You still got the core, the 4 for the majority. Vasilevsky, Victor Hedman, Stammer, Cooch, Braden Point. Like, that's insane. Haig is having a career year. Duclair's awesome. Paul shows up in the playoffs. So there's a lot of pieces to like. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning in this one. I'm going to go in 6. Tampa in 6 in this one. Okay, next up, we've got the New York Rangers facing the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, this one's going to be close. I could see this one going 7 games. I really can, but I think, yeah. At the end of the day, I see the Rangers coming out of this one. I'm going to go Rangers in 7. I think they have a little bit more firepower. I think they have a few more options. Look, they're the best. They have the best season statistically out of all the teams in the NHL. I really think, and you know, they're going to be pissed, kind of like last year. They got out early. They're not going to want that. I think these guys are going to be extra motivated. Artemi Panarin's having a career year. It looks like Alexis Lafreniere is kind of actually not going to be a bust. I think he does have potential. I think he's going to show up, and he's actually going to be a driving force for the Rangers in this year's playoffs. I like him a lot. You got Trouba, you got Mika Zibanejad, who always shows up. Yeah, Matt Rempe, it's going to be interesting to see how he handles his first playoffs. But Vinny Trocheck, you look at up and down the line. You got one of the best. You got a Norris caliber defenseman in Adam Fox. You got a Vezina caliber goalie, and you have a potential like a star. That's one thing you need. You need a bona fide star goalie, defenseman, and forward. They have that. I think it's going to go to 7 games. I think this is going to be a 7-game series, but at the end all be all, at the end of it, I think the Rangers are going to win this one. So that leads your Eastern Conference final is going to be between the Tampa Bay Lightning and your New York Rangers. Okay, so how do I see this one playing out? Very skilled teams, obviously. There's a lot to like about both these teams. I said it at the very beginning of this video. The Tampa Bay Lightning, this is going to be their last hurrah. This is it. So I think they've got the experience. I still think they've got the skill. I think, the goalies match up very well. The defense matches up. And could you imagine this year's, if they had Mikhail Sergachev, obviously that's going to help a lot. But he's out, and they've still put together a pretty good season. But I really think a lot of these players on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it's Stammers. It could be Stammers last season as a Lightning. So, I really think this is the last hurrah. These players are going to give it so much more. Like, I honest to God believe that. John Cooper, I think he's one of the best, if not the best coach in the entire NHL. I think he's going to coach the Tampa Bay Lightning into the Stanley Cup final, where they'll face a team. And I'm still deciding on whether or not I want to, you know what? Nope, that's what we're going to do for this. Right on, guys. So that is my thoughts on the Eastern Conference final, how it's going to match up. I'm dropping a video again tomorrow. It's going to be how I think the Western Conference final is going to match up. And in that video, I'm ultimately going to give my thoughts on who's going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm just looking at it. I spent almost like 18 minutes on this video. So, you know, that's just one side. So if I did 18 minutes for the West, that's like a 36-minute video. I don't really like that. So I'm just going to split this into 2 videos. I hope that's okay. But yeah, coming out of the East, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning for their last 2 Raw. Drop a comment down below. Do you think, is this crazy? Is this crazy? Well, what are your thoughts? Drop a comment down below. I literally read every single one. You guys are absolutely crushing it. I'm so pumped. Playoff hockey is back. It is the best time of the year. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. This is sick. I can't wait. And looking not bad. So thanks for clicking on this video, guys. I really appreciate the support. You guys have been amazing all year long, and yeah, we're just getting started here, like I said. So that is what I got from the East. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll be dropping my thoughts on the West. Be sure to look forward to that. As always, leave a like. Playoff hockey is back, guys. Don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.